They told me, son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
What's going on, guys? Got another video for you today. So this is, as you can see, sort of a Black Friday pickups and recent pickups that I've gotten. So I'm finally out of jury duty, which is awesome. And so I got out today about 12:30. I wasn't going to go into work. About a 30-minute drive, go in for an hour or two, and then a 30-minute drive home for 2 hours worth of work. I was just like, whatever. I do have to go in tomorrow though, so that kind of sucks. So I'm going to go ahead and record a few videos today with some free time that I end up getting. So I'm recording with a new microphone today, so let me know if the audio quality sounds any better for you, sounds any worse, in the comments below. As always, I am trying to improve the channel every single time I make a video, whether it be better editing skills or new mic or new cameras, or probably going to ask for the capture card for Christmas. So not that long, and then I can start doing reviews and stuff. So as you can see, I got quite a few amiibos. Got the Splatoon one, Boo, Diddy, Donkey Kong, Waluigi, Wario, and I got a second NES Mini. And before you get thinking I'm being greedy or something, that is for my nephew. I happened to go into GameStop today at the exact time that the UPS man was dropping them off. That was around 1 o'clock after I had left the circuit court. And so I picked that up for him. He's 6 years old. He loves Kirby already. That's his favorite Nintendo character. I trained him well. So hopefully he enjoys that. I really hope he does. Those are still really hard to get. I think those are like the Tickle Me Elmos, for those of you old enough to know what that is, of the 2016. And then as far as pickups goes, I got quite a variety of systems here, quite a variety of stores. I actually still have 3 more things coming in the mail from Best Buy, which I did get on Black Friday, and one of these at the end is from actual Black Friday that ended up getting here today in the mail. So the other ones were, what did I get? That's, you know, you have too many games when you start to forget what you've ordered. Far Cry Primal, which I've waited a long time to get. It's $15. It's a fun game, but I didn't want to pay $64. What was the other one? Oh, Infamous, the first one, and then Homefront, the second game, the Steelbook Best Buy exclusive edition, and what was the fourth one? I'm drawing a blank on that. I'll probably remember at some point in the video and point it out to you. So I think for the rest of the Super Mario set, I only need to get the the Daisy and the Rosalina, and then I finish that set. And then for this, I need to get Callie and Mally, I think are their names. So that's the first Waluigi, but each one of those other characters. Actually, does Boo? I guess that's Boo's first character too. So Boo and Waluigi, that's their first amiibo, but they definitely have their own, and Wario has had one in the Smash Bros. I don't know why Waluigi never made it into Smash Bros. They could take his moves from Mario Tennis or just Mario Party. They could make moves up for him. They really could, and it's kind of shitty they never put him in. Here, fingers crossed they put him in the Switch version, but we'll see. So let's go over the pickups. So the one store that I got most of this at was buy one get one. So I ended up getting Loco Roco 2, hit the tripod, for $1.99. I was like, damn, I can't pass up on that, because I've always heard it's a really good game. There's a game channel I watch. His name's Project Co. I'll link him in the description. Way bigger channel than I am, but he's a really good channel. He's mainly into like Sega Saturn, and he's been doing a lot of PSP reviews lately. So I went ahead and picked this up because he did a good review on it and made me want to get it. And back in the day when the PSP came out, I got that on day one as well. Waited out at Circuit City, but I got that one, unlike the 360. This was like one of the first-person shooters, and I was so hyped for this, just because I think it was like 14 when this came out, and I just remember it being a cool game. It's probably honestly a shitty game, that's why it's $1, but I remember it being good, so I'm still going to be optimistic and think it's still good. But if you find this, like, definitely give it a shot, because I remember it being a good game. The weird... Oh, shit. That guy at the store didn't put these in all the way. So he was kind of joking about this. I guess he had played it as a kid too, and because he was probably about my age. And he was like, "Oh, that game's shit," and I was just like, "Oh man, don't be saying that. That was a good game." Looks like these cases don't want to hold. Oh shit, that one's broken down at the bottom. Oh well. But whenever you do, tip for PSP collecting, whenever you buy one, if you're getting into this now, this seam right here on the front and on the back can break because this white part is separate. If those are pushed in, it's very hard to get it to align back out and then play. So aside from scratches, you got to check for that too on PSP games. So that's the first thing I always check when I go for those. So I'm trying to build my PSP and my DS collection. I sold those when I was probably about 17 or so to like buy various things, which I know now is a stupid mistake. And these next two I got at GameStop, which I'm really surprised about this because these are two DS games that are complete in box. So holy cow, that never happens. And then so I'm getting to the register. I had already talked to him about the NES. He pulled them out of the box, and I was like, hold that for me, I'm in the store. And I continued to look around. Then I get up to the register, and that's usually where they keep their DS stuff, at least in my area. So I'm like, oh my god, are those complete in box 2DS games? He looks at me like I'm crazy, because I guess he just has GameStop as a job, not because he's an actual gamer or anything. But so I was like, yeah, I'm trying to look at those. And then out of nowhere, like 30 people came in. Not 30, but it's probably like 5 maybe. And they're all standing behind me, like getting all pissed off. And I'm just like, well, dude, like what the heck, man? I'm just trying to look at these DS games. It's not my fault. The phone's blowing up because people want NES minis and homeboy can't open the damn case for me. But long story short, we got Diddy Kong Racing. I love the N64 one. I've never played this on the DS. I was very ecstatic to find this complete in box. 15 bucks, you can't beat that. Manual's pretty good. Cartridge. I just love getting these DS games complete in box. And then Star Fox Command. Really good, underrated game. $6.99. Complete in box. Like, you can't beat that with a stick. I plan on going back at some point to this GameStop. They had Contra 4 complete in box. They had all the Marios complete in box. They had the Mario Party. They had Mario Hoops. They had the Mega Man games complete in box. I don't know how they got them. I'm not going to question it, but I probably will go back at some point this week to get a few more of them. And then this was, these next 4 were buy 2 get 1, or buy 1 get 1. So I basically bought this. I have the first one. As I said in my Xbox video, I like collecting the exclusives. That's kind of my goal for my original Xbox collection, is the exclusives. Not really sure why. To me, the Xbox brand has always just been about their exclusives, because they either buy them or they make good exclusives. That's just my opinion on it. These are really good games. I enjoyed the first one, so I imagine the second one's probably just as good. I'd like to see this game franchise come back, but who knows? I mean, I guess Dirt kind of can't really compete with Dirt. And then Taito Legends. I saw this and then I googled it. This is an exclusive for the Xbox, even though it doesn't say it up top. So yeah, this has Space Invaders, Jungle Hunt, Bubble Bobble, Operation Wolf. I'm trying to read off the ones I know. Space Invaders Part 2. The Ninja Kids. I forget what this rainbow game's called, but I remember, I want to say it was maybe Metal Jesus Rocks that was talking about that in one of his videos. It looked like a cool thing, so $10.99. This was free, and then I paid $2.99 for Ghost Recon 1 on the original Xbox. Not an exclusive, but I love this game, and I played it originally on the Xbox, so that's why I got it. And then I got this, which is a Natsume game. I've never heard of this game. Natsume games are usually expensive and sought after, so maybe this is like somewhat of a hidden gem that people don't even know about. I've never heard of it, nor nevertheless even seen it, so maybe it is, I don't know, maybe I fell upon some buried treasure here. So this was free at $1.99 was the original price. Kind of looks like some kind of weird SimCity game. Looks cool. Maybe I'll do a review on it once I get the capture card if it's a good game. And then I found these two 360 games at GameStop. So Overlord, this is a pretty uncommon game. For 7th gen, I've been collecting more so for the PS3, and again, 360 is usually just exclusives. But if I find something that I know is rare for a good price, I'm going to get it. I would definitely rather have it on the PS3, but I've also always wanted to play this. And then the thing about this was, I know this usually maps and stuff are kind of uncommon, the little extras, so I figured why not grab this. This would probably be universal and fit into the PS3 case once I ever track down a copy of that. Plus the discs were not great, not terrible. And the second game is an exclusive for the 360 that I've been looking for a long time. This disc is Mackenzie, as Tight White would say. So yeah, I love, that's another good YouTube channel, by the way. So yeah, I played this way back in the day and I traded it in. I've regretted it ever since. Really fun series. They have a new one that came out on the Vita and the PS4. I'd honestly like to get them both, but they're, you know, collecting games ain't cheap. It really ain't. I try to do things on a budget, but as you can see, I just spent like 60, 70 bucks on amiibos. And then these other three are from GameStop as well. Homefront, I really enjoy these games. This one, to me, in a few years, this will be a hidden gem. This has a really good story to it. I enjoyed it. So this was based on, I want to say it's Red Dawn is what the movie's called, where basically North Korea comes and invades America. This takes place in the year 2027. It's a really cool game. Like, I remember at the end, I don't remember the ending. I'm definitely going to replay this for sure. But I remember at one mission where you're like laying down in like a baseball field and you're like under some stuff, and then you jump out like in the movie and you just like shooting everybody. And there's a lot of just like iconic scenes in this movie. And then there's like a really good bridge part where there's like an Apache helicopter attacking you, or it's like a Chinese Apache helicopter. But yeah, dude, if you can find this, it's not I wouldn't say it's rare, but it's not very common because I don't think it sold that well. So if you can find this, as you can see, it's cheap. So go ahead and grab that if you can. And these are kind of a pair. Unfortunately, that's the limited edition. This isn't, because this one was gold edition. It had like a gold slipcover on it, if you can find it, but that's also very rare. These are really good games. The campaigns in these are actually good. So Battlefield usually has campaigns. Like, I enjoy them, but these two are funny. I forget the names of the characters that are actually in the game. But like the dude with the glasses, he's funny. Like, he's like the jokey guy, but he's also like the tech guy, and just they're really good games. They truly are. So if you can get these cheap, they were both like $5. Get those. And I figured I wouldn't do an unboxing for these just because there's no point of doing that, because they're just like old-ish PS4 games. So just figured I'd show them to you all at once. They're all still sealed though. I'm gonna open them and play them again. I actually had this on my original PS4. I sold that about a month and a half after I launched day with a bunch of games, and I only lost 20 bucks. I don't know how I did it, but I sold it to this guy. Like, I guess he just had to have it. And the weird thing was, I brought my friend, my best friend. I drove to this dude's house in Baltimore, and it was the sketchiest thing I've ever done. I park. My radiator is leaking coolant, and I'm like, God damn it. So I'm freaking out about that, and lo and behold, it was just, I don't know what happened, but it wasn't actually leaking. I mean, it did, but it wasn't like bad. And so we get to the guy's house, and I call him, and he's like, yeah, you want to just come in? I was like, well, man, you should probably just come outside, because I was a little sketched out. It was a Craigslist deal. Even though I had my friend who could like bench 300 pounds, but I was just not trying to go inside this man's house. And he's like, no, man, it's cool. Just come on. And he's like, I'm going to pack you guys up a bowl. And I was like, well, I'm good on that, but my friend probably will. And my friend ends up smoking weed with him. And then we get to talking, and he hooks it up just to make sure it works. And then he gets to playing it. And he's just like, well, how much did you want for all this again? I was like, well, $750, because I had given him Tomb Raider, Infamous, Killzone, Knack, an extra controller, I think maybe a headset, just something like that. Oh, and Rayman Legends. So pretty much all that, and it equaled about 800, and then I sold it for like 750. So I guess I lost like 50-ish bucks. But yeah, so that's what happened to my original, and that's why I have the white PS4. So I actually waited in line to get that. That's the Destiny PS4 that doesn't have the cool top on it. It's just the plain white one, which honestly I think is cooler and definitely rare, because the one with the cool top on it, it does look cool, but I still see that in stores new sometimes, like very rarely, but every once in a while I'll see it at a Best Buy. So that's definitely not that rare. That white one is rare. So Infamous, good game. If you have the Gamers Club unlocked, this is $15.99, as well as Dead Rising 1, $15.99. And when you go into Best Buy, this is going to throw you off maybe to thinking it's pre-owned. I don't know why they do that. This is brand new, so I don't know why they do that. I've been fooled by that, and I asked multiple people at different Best Buys in the game section. These are new at $19.99. I don't know why they do that. So Dead Rising 1, I'd like to know how they remastered this. If they just stretched out 720p to 1080p, or if they put new textures in, if they put, you know, better AI in, put all this other good jazz in, but we'll see if they did. Again, I love zombie games. I always have. And speaking of zombie games, this is probably one of the first games that really got me into zombie games. Prior to Resident Evil 4, I never played any. And I got this for the GameCube. I still have my original copy. And I just fell in love with zombies and zombie games. I've probably played this game through at least 8 times. The first 2 times I had to use my action replay, sadly. But after that, I got good enough to where I could beat it. Some of the bosses in this game are really tough. I think it was Digital Foundry that did a video on this. The controls are a little different in the sense that, like on the GameCube, you've got the massive A button, the tiny B button, X, Y, R, Z, and L. And this game was basically designed for the GameCube controller. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, it was 100% designed for that controller. So it just evidently plays a little different if you're used to playing it on the GameCube. So you kind of have to like retrain your brain to do this, because, you know, during all the cutscenes, it's button mashing, because this ain't no cutscene, boy. So you got to press all the action buttons and all that jazz. And then Dead Rising 2. So I actually had to go to 2 separate Best Buys. I found this at my local one, and then I found this one at like a further one away. And I've been looking for those for a while. And Dead Rising 4 comes out on the 6th. And then this weekend, just as a heads up for anybody that has a Best Buy near them, any game for PS2 or PS4 and Xbox One is buy 2 get 1 free. This from the 4th to the 12th or the 8th, I'm not sure. So this Sunday, I guess probably this Sunday to next Sunday, whatever day that is. It's probably the 12th maybe, I'm not sure. But this coming Sunday to next Sunday, buy 2 get 1 free on any PS4 and any Xbox. So that could even include the big like Last Guardian edition that's like 150. If you get $250-ish games, you're getting that third one for free. So I guess if you really wanted to, you could buy like 2 Last Guardian big bundles, get the third one for free, and then sell that third one, or sell 2 of them, and just, I don't know. Somehow you could make some lucrative money out of that. But so for that, I plan on getting Final Fantasy 15, Last Guardian regular edition, and Dead Rising 4 regular. I guess there's only one edition for that. And the reason I'm hesitant on Dead Rising 4 is because Frank West, they changed his voice. Supposedly they did it to make him be an older voice actor, and that's, or because he's older now, because this is, you know, an older game. So it's just weird. Like, you shouldn't have changed his voice. Apparently they changed the way you play it, and they just changed a bunch of different stuff. So basically I'm getting that for free just because I'm not sure about it. It still looks good to me, and I love Dead Rising, so definitely some of my favorite series. I actually still have the strategy guide for the 360 version, so I'm sure it's the exact same game, so I can still use it. I remember getting this originally when it came out, about a week after it came out, and then like me and my buddy got it, and we were like just 19 at the time, so we were like, yeah, well, let's get this. And then my parents went to Ocean City, which is a beach in Maryland, and they were gone for the weekend, so he stayed over the whole weekend. Like, we were 19, so we were like, oh, alcohol's cool. So we ended up like going to Taco Bell and convincing my older sister to buy us alcohol. And then, you know, we didn't drink or drive or anything, but we just sat at home all weekend like some nerds, playing Dead Rising 2, making these terrible mixed drinks that we thought were good at the time. We were just mixing any random thing you could think of with alcohol. But yeah, so I have some fond memories with this game. I truly do. The first one's really good too. I don't think this includes Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, which is kind of unfortunate. And then also, I kind of think that for this, they should have did Dead Rising, Dead Rising 2, Dead Rising Off the Record, all on one disc. Because there's definitely enough space. Because I know this, when you download this on 360, it's only like 8 gigs. This is like 12. And Off the Record's probably only like 12 too. So like they could have fit that on a 50 gig Blu-ray. And they could have even charged more for it. They could have been like $60, and I would have still bought that. But whatever. Capcom, you're stupid because you do stupid decisions. So yeah. And in this bag right here, I got a hell of a deal on this. Some of you might be able to see what that is through the bag. At that local game store that I go to, I got this nice DK bongo drum. They had it for sale for $5, but he took forever to resurface this for me. So I was just like, come on, my man, cut me a deal on this. And he gave me this for $1. So I was just like, yep, I'm taking that. I hope it works. I need to clean it. I'm gonna take a nice magic eraser to it and some Windex and hope that helps. Those are a little dirty, but I've seen worse. So this is in okay shape. I mean, it sounds. Hopefully the microphone works because you gotta clap with the games. This is something I definitely recommend for GameCube collectors. These are really cheap. Even like the bundles with like so Jungle Beat has a box bundle, and then Donkey Konga 1 has a box bundle. I don't think Donkey Konga 2 did in America. My cousin got Donkey Konga with this in box with the game for $20 one time. Like that was within this year, so you can definitely get those cheap. But so yeah, that's kind of like my pickups. And I can't remember what that other game was that I got for on Black Friday from BestBuy.com. I don't know. I'll probably make a video about it soon. And yeah, so that's my pickups for this month / Black Friday. And hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I think we're at 118, so we're very close to 120. And I think for that, I'm actually going to do some kind of one of those like random generators where like I guess it logs into your account or something and looks at your subscriber base, just so it's fair and everybody gets an equal chance. And the way I'm going to do it is if I'm going to private message you, if you don't answer within like 3 days, the next person's getting it. So that's how it is. Free shipping, obviously. And yeah, peace out for now, gamers. Till next time.